Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to make some bows or ribbons. So the first thing you're going to do, make sure you've got some flour here, and we're going to roll this out into a long strip. Okay, make sure we're not sticking to the counter. Brush some of that powdered sugar underneath. Okay, nice strip. Just like that, okay? Now you can use either a knife, or I like to use a pizza cutter to make sure I've got a nice clean edge on both sides. Nice straight line. Okay. So I've got this nice long ribbon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ribbon and I'm going to fold it over so that I have it meeting in the center. And then I'm going to overlap those two pieces, and I'm going to accordion fold them. If you've ever folded paper into like an accordion fan, that's what I'm doing in the center here. Okay, and the top and the bottom layer, we're going to do that. And then you get it pinched together. You can stand it up on its side like this. Pull those ends open, just like that. And we can make a Minnie Mouse type bow here. These nice big open sides, okay? So then we've got those nice big loops. And then what we would do is we will cut another ribbon to use as the center, so that we can cover up that little bit of where we've pinched off and make it look prettier. So we'll take this ribbon and we'll wrap it around underneath, just like that, okay? Now you can do this and make these smaller, or you can make them so that the ribbon is wider in the center, and so then you have taller ends and the shorter middle. Anything you want to do just like that. And again, we would need to let this dry and harden so that it can be stable on top of your cake or on top of your cupcake or whatever it is that you're planning to put that bow on top of. Okay, so that's one kind of bow. Another kind of bow that you can make, I'm just going to rework this fondant piece right here. Smooth it back out. We can make a gift bow. And that's essentially, we're going to make a whole bunch of those same strips and loops that we just did, and we're going to piece them together. Okay, so we're going to make some strips. Need a little more powdered sugar here. Nice and thin. Okay. Again, I'm going to use my pizza cutter to trim off the jagged edges. Okay. I'll square off the ends here too. So I have this nice ribbon, and I'm going to cut this down a couple times. So I'm going to make a smaller bow, so I'm going to cut this in half so it's more narrow. And then I'm also going to cut it in half this direction. So I have 4 strips about that size. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that same thing I did before to make that Minnie Mouse bow. Pinch it together in the center. Okay, just like that for now. I'm going to make a whole bunch of those. And they don't have to be perfect right now because we're going to put them all together. All right, so I've got 3 here. Now again, we would let these dry and harden before we would really assemble, but I'm going to go ahead and show you. What I'm going to do is this one, I'm going to pinch these together so that those loops are really close, and then I'm going to put it right in between on the top of this one. Okay, so then I would have 4 loops here. So again, once we let these dry and harden, they'll be more sturdy. But what you can do is you can put, you can even put like a pencil or a paintbrush handle in to keep those loops up. Okay, so we would have 4 loops that way, and then we would put one set going the other direction, just like that. Okay, I'm going to show you from the top. So we've got loops here, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 loops there. Then what you can do, you can either take this other strip here and put it underneath and cut some points into it, which I'll show you. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to cut a V into the end. Just like that. And I'm going to put that in at an angle underneath these. Okay. There we go. So just like that. Okay. Now ideally you would let these loops set up though before you would assemble. So you would make all of those Minnie Mouse loops and you would let those dry and harden, and then you would put all of your pieces together so that they have more stability. But this is the general concept of making a gift bow. Okay. As always, if you have questions, feel free to send me a message. I'm happy to help. And good luck with your fondant making.